Hey guys, on my way to for a few hours. I had a fantastic day and we're gonna drive. Not eating a lot today. I had a spinach wrap from Starbucks. Am I addicted to their stuff? Maybe. But I'm not coffee. You know what? Starbucks is a really good place to do business. That's a weird shadow. The coffee's pretty good. So for the sake of the money, and the fat content, I have cut down on the specialty drinks. So I usually get an Americano, big one, with maybe an extra shot of espresso, because I like to be legally high when I'm talking to people. And today was a fantastic day. I went to meet someone who wants to be a client, and they got married and they had a bunch of money, then they got married, and then I don't know if they have a bunch of money anymore. And so I went to see them and they weren't there. But I decided I wanted to go and look for another watch. So there's J.K. Schmidt Jewelers in West Bank, BC. They have some pre-owned Rolexes. That doesn't mean anything price-wise, because a Rolex is a Rolex is a Rolex, and they all cost a lot of money. But I was just curious. I just wanted to see how much it would cost to roll in one of those. Now, my beautiful wife has one. Now, we're not rich, don't get me wrong. I never understood the point of Rolexes and expensive watches until I realized how people treat you when you have one. Because the people who know and the people who care are usually the people who treat you different when you're sprouting a nice watch. Sprouting. You just sprouted, it grew. I didn't realize that because where I live, there's a lot of money here. And a lot of that money drives around in old beat up trucks and regular Joe clothes. And we're not rolling in Ferraris and stuff like that. Most millionaires drive used cars. And that is something very important if you're in sales. Treat everyone like they're a billionaire who wants to pay you a lot of money to get them what they want. Not what you want to sell, what they want. You have to be a person who gives value, whether or not you think they have money. Because I'll tell you what, when I go to buy a Lamborghini, I won't be dressed up like I own the world. I'm going to show up regular Joe style. And the guy who treats me with respect will get the sale. Now, it's going to be a few years before I get myself into a Lamborghini. But that's how I treat all my business dealings. The person who deals with me in a respectful manner, no matter what I look like, I won't waste people's times. If I'm not there to buy, I will say it. And I'm not going to show up at a car dealership at the end of the month when it's car crunch time. Got to be respectful of that, guys. Boys especially, because I know we like to go look at cars and stuff that we can't always afford. And you need to do that because you need to expand your horizon. You need to expand your dream. Because a man without a dream is dead. Quote of the day. We have a dream to be healthy. We have a dream to be fit. We have a goal. Once we've got the emotional attachment to that, it becomes real. So, with me, I like some nice stuff. I didn't get the whole watch thing because everyone knows what time it is. You can ask a poodle walking down the street what time it is. He'll pull out a BlackBerry or an iPhone and tell you. So, I didn't get it. And then when we were in Vegas, we were all wearing Domino's gear. And like Canada Team Domino's, Canada hockey jerseys. And we were in the Rolex Cartier store, and we were just being ignored completely. And my wife's watch was too big. There's like 6 people there in Domino's uniforms with Rolexes. And like real ones. And we earned them because, I don't have one. I didn't earn anything. Denise earned it. They were all earned through really good sales and promotions and stuff, and they were well earned. But people judged us because of our uniforms. Now, we were down there for a convention, so there was a ton of multimillionaires who own who own Domino's franchises. Guys who have tons and tons of stores that were floating around the hotels, also being ignored by these idiots at the Rolex store at Mandalay Bay. In Mandalay Bay, there's a Rolex Cartier store, and it's a fabulous store. And as soon as my wife was like, hey, could you guys size this for me? The lady just looked at us, looked at her, scrawny little Denise, and was like, is that one of ours? She's like, well, yeah. And this dude who looked like a mannequin jumped to life, came over to the Cartiers I was looking at, and if I'm saying that wrong, someone please tell me. I don't want to sound like an idiot when I go to buy one. I mean, I don't really care, because if I have the money to buy it, and the guy has an issue with how I say it, this guy let me in. That was awesome. Then I won't buy it from him. This guy jumped to life like I wasn't there before. He's like, oh, is there something I can show you? And I'm like, no. You totally ignored me until you noticed my wife that all these guys were wearing Rolexes. I'm like, I'll take my business elsewhere. And I left with my head held high, and I know I've made him feel like an idiot. Respectfully. But if somebody wants to bash you, if someone wants to put the hate on you, somebody wants to talk down to you because you're doing something to change your life, they want to steal your dream, just know that, you know, you want to start a business, you're doing an MLM, you're doing whatever, and all you people that love you, don't want you to get hurt, are saying, oh, you'll never do that, you'll never be successful, you can't achieve the things you want to achieve. That's outrageous. Those are two big dreams. You can turn to them and say, well, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot, and if I don't succeed, I guess I could come back and do what you're doing. Right? Because you're not putting them down, but you're just letting them know that if things don't go the way you want them to go, you can always come back to what they're doing. Right? And it'll shut people up. Right? You don't need to get into an argument with them. Tell you what, the richest people in the world, they don't get into arguments with retards. You know why? Because it doesn't matter what people say. Somebody's opinion of you means absolutely nothing to your success. The only person who can actually influence your success is you. Attitude and activity are the two things that we can control in life. Everything else is random. Our attitude and what we do. So do a little bit more, think a little bit better, and you will grow. I promise you, you will grow. You guys have success plans. You guys want to build some stuff with me outside the weight loss thing too. You guys can be accountable to me. I'll be accountable to you. You guys want to do that? That'd be awesome. Some of us want to take over the world. You guys are welcome to join me. I only want some of the cold bits and a little bit of the hot bit. Right? I don't need the whole world. I just want my peace. And I will own what I want to own. And I will be as successful as I choose to be. Get that? I will be as successful as I choose to be. I'm the one who owns that destiny. So do you guys. You guys own your own destiny. Doesn't matter if you grew up poor. Doesn't matter if you grew up as an orphan. You don't have any parents. You have no money. That's now. The future is different. So if your head's not in a place yet where you understand the things you need to get to a better place, then give me a shout. I can hook you up with good people. You're in, we'll find someone near you that can help. Right? That find some good people who are where you want to be. And follow them.